Welcome back to KTN News Center. Focus this morning on News Center is Marta's BBI signature drive that is supposed to be launched this morning by President Uhuru Kenyatta and ODM leader Raila Odinga at the KICC. Already dignitaries have started arriving at the KICC just to wait for that official launch this morning. We have our reporters on the ground, of course, at KICC and in different parts of the country. And so right now we have Joanne Latin in Nakuru and, of course, Kevin Ogutu in Kisumu County, ready to bring you up to date with what Kenyans are saying concerning the launch of the BBI drive. So let me begin with my colleague Joanne Latin in Nakuru. Joanne Latin, good morning. So talk to us about what Kenyans are saying concerning the official launch of the BBI collection signature drive.
Well, a very good morning to you, Brenda, and it's good to see you from this city of God, Nakuru County. Well, as you said clearly, is that the BBI train has already left the station and it's already on its way to its final destination when the referendum will be presented to the people for them to vote for the BBI report or not. But the people of Nakuru have a lot of issues concerning the BBI report. Remember, there are those who are saying that it should be first rectified, some parts of the BBI before being presented to the people, but there are some who are already in support of it and are saying that it's too late. The train has already left the station, but allow me now to bring them in so that they can give us a clearer picture on what they think about the collection of signatures, which starts today. Thank you, sir, for joining us. Let's start with your names and tell us what you think about the BBI report as well as the launch of the signatures today.
Asante sana. Kwa majina naitwa Simon Sangale Ole Nasieku, mwenyekiti wa wachuuzi kaunti ya Nakuru. Hakika siku ya leo ni siku muhimu sana katika taifa la Kenya. Tunaona kwamba kumekuwa na mazungumzo mengi kuhusiana na hii mambo ya BBI, na vile ambavyo umesema ni kwamba hatuna budi ila ni kuweza kuunga mkono hii BBI vile ambavyo ilivyo, kwa sababu kama vile ambavyo Rais Uhuru Kenyatta na Prime Minister Raila Odinga walikuwa na nia ya kushikanisha Wakenya pamoja. Kwa hivyo mimi nasema kwamba sisi kama watu wa Nakuru tuko tayari kwa juhudi za kuweza kuweka signatures, kwa sababu yale mambo ambayo tumezungumzia kwa kipindi kirefu, na tumaini langu ni kwamba yale mambo ambayo yamekuwa yakiweza kuitishwa na other stakeholders katika mambo ya consensus building, I hope the final draft ambayo itaweza kutolewa siku ya leo, kuna mambo yatakayoweza kuwekwa mahali pale ili tuweze kusonga pamoja kama Wakenya tukiwa na umoja. Sisi kama Nakuru tuko tayari, tunafurahia kwamba hata viongozi wengine kama Mheshimiwa Rama amekuwa mstari wa mbele kuweza kuwaomba Wakenya waweze kutia sahihi hii mambo ya BBI. Kwa hivyo tunajua kwamba hivi karibuni hata katika county level kutakuwa na mikutano ya viongozi kuleta watu pamoja ili tuweze kushikana pamoja, kuweza kushirikiana pamoja, kwa sababu inasemekana kwamba hata kama ni chungu kwa njia gani inatubidi tuweze kunywa hii dawa, kwa sababu hatuna budi nyingine ila kukunywa tu vile ilivyo. Asante.
Asante sana. Nizungumze nawe, unaitwa nani, alafu tueleze ripoti hii ya BBI unaiunga mkono, na iwapo signatures zitaanza kuchukuliwa hii leo utapiga sahihi?
Oh, my name's Kiplangat Cheriot. I'm the Jubilee Party Branch Secretary General for the Nakuru County. First and foremost is to thank the President and Right Honorable Raila Odinga for the handshake, and that is what has informed about the BBI report. And therefore, we have, in Nakuru, we have read the copies of the BBI report that us as TOTs, the trainers of trainers, and we have realized that it is very important for peace and stability, for a good economy in this country. So far about the youth, it brings on board about the Youth Commission that will address the problem that the youth are facing. Secondly, it's about the women. It promotes the women empowerment, which is very paramount. And another issue is that the Auditor General will be empowered so that he will employ his own staff. That means he will be very independent. He'll be very independent to check all the accountability by ministries and the county government. And the last item that I think is very important in this BBI, it brings together the Kenyans. That is inclusivity. We will have on board the office of the leader of opposition. That has not been there before. And the leader of opposition will be checking the government. That means he will be having same responsibilities like he will be having good responsibility in checking the government. That is in terms of how the government is performing, so that the people can know what is happening in the government and what is not happening. And the other item that I want to say about the BBI, the BBI tries to address the issue of judiciary ombudsman. The judiciary ombudsman is going to be a very independent person who is going to be checking any complaints that arises from the judiciary. And that is very important for us, so that in case we have a complaint with the judiciary, the parliament will summon the judiciary ombudsman to come and talk and give the views on what are the issues that the Kenyans are raising. So the BBI report is quite good. We are ready. In Nakuru, we are ready. The Jubilee Party officials have informed them. We are ready to support it. We are ready to append our signatures. I know the target is 4 million. The President is launching today, and the Right Honorable Prime Minister. We are waiting for the document to come. As soon as the document is there, we will append our signatures. This is the time to bring the Kenya together. For us to achieve the Jubilee Party agenda, this BBI report and the referendum that is coming is going to support our way forward. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Allow me to speak to another person as we end this. They have spoken about issues that they think are the best for the people. They're saying youth empowerment, women empowerment, which is enshrined in the BBI report. What say you about this day?
My name is Estekon Moses, National Chairman Vijana Tumoke na BBI movement. First of all, today we are happy that the day we have been waiting for the launch of signature collection for BBI has really started, and we are hoping that from tomorrow the document to sign will be available to us here at the county level. So as the youth of this country, we are so happy that we have been considered and our issues have been factored in the BBI report, whereby our youths across the country will be having a 7-year tax holiday, and on top of that they will be having a grace period to repay their HELB loans. And also there will be incubation centers in every ward across the country. This will assist our youth to get more information about starting businesses, and also give them avenue to be able to get government funding. And on top of that, in the issue of maybe gender, we are so happy that even our women now, the issue we saw recently, the CJ was saying the MPs are lazy on implementing the issue of maybe dissolving the parliament. But you see now in the BBI report, the issue of women has now been factored, and it will be constitutional. When we're going to the next elections, we'll not be having issue of saying, oh, we should add more women or not. Now in the BBI report, women have been factored in, and it will come when we pass this constitutional amendment. And we are ready, even here in Nakuru County. We are working with our governor and MP Arama, and we are waiting the moment they finish at the top level. Here at the county level, we are prepared. We are asking them to bring the documents so that we can append our signatures. The people are really waiting. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Well, you heard it. The people of Nakuru have spoken. They're saying that they are ready to go with us, and they're ready to append their signatures whenever they're called upon to do so. We'll be speaking to other people later in the day so that they can give us their picture on what they think about the BBI report. But for now, my colleague Kevin Ogutu in Kisumu City, it's over to you.
Well, thank you so much, my colleague John Leting, coming to us right from Nakuru County. And this has been quite a journey, starting with the March 9th handshake, that is in 2018, between President Uhuru Kenyatta and former Prime Minister Raila Odinga. Then we went into the BBI collection of views from Kenyans and various stakeholders, different groups. And we now had the report, and after that now we have got the BBI bill, and today we have the official launch of the signature collection on this particular bill. So we'll be getting the reaction on Kenyans, and first of all we had the report which I will be asking these particular Kenyans from Kisumu County whether they've read that particular report, and then we also have the bill that of course they're supposed to first of all read, and then when they agree with the content, then they're supposed to append their signatures. So I will start with my friend here, Gilbert. Gilbert, welcome to KTN News. Today we are seeing the launch of the signature collection drive on the BBI bill, the constitutional amendment. First of all, have you read the BBI report?
Sijasoma hiyo BBI, hata sijaona booklet.
Kwa hivyo wakati Kenya inatazama kuanzishwa rasmi kwa kutia sahihi BBI bill hapo katika jumba la KICC mjini Nairobi, wewe una yapi ya kusema kuhusiana na shughuli hii nzima ya kubadilisha katiba? Ni maoni yako ni gani wewe kama mwananchi ambaye ni mkazi wa Kisumu?
Mimi maoni yangu ni kwamba before waenda hata waanzishe walonji kitu ya signatures, kwanza wangesikiza maoni ya Kenya. Maana yake kuna viongozi wetu huko mbele wamejaribu kuwapembeleza wafanye marekebisho juu ya hii katiba, lakini hawataka kusikiza. Wako tuna haraka na kitu ni kwanga haraka ikwange mzuri. Kwa
hivyo ungependa marekebisho gani yafanywe kabla wa Kenya wapewe nafasi ya kuweka sahihi zao?
Kuna viongozi wetu wenye wako mbele kama vice president, governors, masubuke ndio wameshasoma hiyo kitu. Sasa inatakana watuambie hii kitu iko hivi, lakini hatujaambiwa, hata booklet haijafika. Kwa sababu nakatata sahi kama itakuja sita sign.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, that is the view of Gilbert, who is a resident of Kisumu, talking about the consensus. Remember, former Prime Minister Raila Odinga has been very categorical that we cannot have a referendum at the same time it is not contested. So it beats the reason why we have the democracy in practice. So what's your view? First of all, let's start with your name.
My name is Philip Manasse Odera, and I'm a resident of Kisumu County. And we are waiting for a referendum like yesterday. Even the signatures themselves will be 5 million. Even the estimated 4 million, we will surpass that one, because we had been beleaguered in this politics of winner takes it all. And we are now seeing the upheavals in their camp. And we don't want to stage manage it. We want even the resolve in Uhuru himself. Uhuru is now a very good leader, because Uhuru can now come to Nyanza and give us something.
Okay, have you read the report first of all, Manas?
The report has been read by Raila Odinga. We don't want to read it, Bwana. If you want to read it a lot, you go to university and read it. Okay. But we are saying that our resolve in appending our signatures, our resolve in referendum, our resolve in becoming a good Kenya by today, because we've been seeing them hullabalooing within our nini, without our concept. Now the president is delivering everything. The 35%, the women themselves, the youth are involved. We are coming home to roost. Okay. We don't want that by then politics. Okay. Ile politics ya winner takes it all. Okay. Ile ati watu wengine ndio wanajenga manyumba kubwa na sisi bado tunabaki bila kitu. Tunakuja hapo.
Well, that is a part of some of the reactions you expect right here in Kisumu. Of course, some could be off, but that is it from the lakeside city of Kisumu. Now, hand over to my colleague Murimi Mwangi. I'm made to understand he is at the KICC. Murimi Mwangi, you can now take charge.
Good morning, Ogutu. The culmination of over 30 months of the process that began with a simple ceasefire deal between President Uhuru Kenyatta and former Prime Minister Raila Odinga in March 2018, that after the abrasive 2017 poll, since then having been crystallized into the document that was recently launched in Kisii and unveiled in Nairobi at the Bomas of Kenya. And today, the journey officially begins to a plebiscite, the launch of the signature collection drive. This being the third time in the history of Kenya that this will be happening. The very first time that this happened was the attempted referendum push by the Coalition for Reforms and Democracy, which you remember in 2016 was shot down by electoral body IEBC over failure to comply with the requirement for 1 million signatures over what IEBC at the time said was some signatures were suspected to be fake from the initial 1.6 million that had been collected, and that of course did not go down well with the Coalition for Reforms and Democracy back then, and pushed for the ejection of the Isaac Hassan team from the IEBC. The second time this would happen was the Punguza Mizigo initiative by Third Way Alliance leader Dr. Ekuru Aukot, and of course with lessons from the failed attempt by CORD at that time. So Aukot and his team from Third Way Alliance set a precedent in terms of what should precede the collection of signatures. The seeking of the consensus of the IEBC in terms of the format for the collection of the signatures and the verification process. Just get to understand it before they began collecting the signatures, and you remember they would even do this online. And that's a precedent that the proponents of the BBI appeared to follow, having written to the IEBC seeking approval of the format of the signatures collection form, an approval that was granted by the IEBC, paving way for the event happening here today. It is quite an ambitious moment for the President Uhuru Kenyatta and the former Prime Minister-led BBI team as they begin collection of the 1 million signatures. In fact, for them, they project that they want to collect more signatures as a political statement of the the consensus that the BBI process will be passing, and therefore all eyes on the KICC today as President Uhuru Kenyatta makes his way here and the former Prime Minister to launch that signatures collection drive. Let's get more views from Meru, from my colleague Alan Ochanda. Ochanda, if you can hear me, what are Meru residents saying about this signatures collection drive?
Of the exercise to launch the official gathering of the 1 million signatures that signals that the train, the ship of the BBI has now left the dock, is actually now just about to begin when President Uhuru Kenyatta and ODM leader Raila Odinga will be launching the exercise at KICC in Nairobi later in the day. But remember that many voters had actually interpreted the postponement as the fizzling out of the BBI's team, but that is now turning out not to be the case. But remember that we've had stakeholders, a number of leaders expressing their reservations about the process, and so some had even vowed to ensure they erect hurdles on the path towards holding a referendum if at all their memoranda is not factored in the final BBI copy. And so to just talk to the common mwananchi here in Meru town to understand as to whether they grasp the issues. Are they now buying the idea that the ship is leaving the dock and maybe dashing the doors and closing the doors for any person who may have any other issue to be factored in the final BBI copy? So pengine ndugu, utatueleza jina lako kwa ufupi, utueleze kwamba hii leo tuna kwamba Rais Uhuru Kenyatta na kinara wa ODM Raila Odinga watakuwa wakiwaongoza wa Kenya katika kuzindua zoezi la kuweza kukusanya zile sahihi, yani signatures. Je, wewe kama mwananchi wa kawaida una maoni yapi? Pengine ni wakati wa kuweza sasa kuzindua lile zoezi kirasmi au la?
Mimi kwa majina naitwa Osman. Sisi kama wananchi wa kawaida hatuna habari yoyote juu ya BBI, na sisi tunashangaa na hawa viongozi wetu wanatukimbiza wapi. Sisi tungeliwaambia wasubiri hizi copies zipeano kila mahali, tuzisome kama vile tulifanya wakati wa referendum, kwa sababu sasa hii wanatukimbiza mbia ambaye hatujui wanatupeleka wapi. Na hii ndio inafanya sisi tunaona hii BBI wanaileta kwa sababu ya maoni yao wao binafsi. Tunaona sisi sasa ni kama wanatukimbiza ili wao wa benefits na hiyo BBI. Kwa hivyo sisi BBI hii hatuijui ni nini na hatujui ni mnyama gani anakuja kutusaidia ama anakuja kutufilisi. Tuna habari naye kabisa, kwa sababu hakuna chochote tuko na habari naye, kwa sababu hakuna copies, hawajaprint kwenye magazeti angalau tusome tujue BBI ni nini. Sasa sisi tunasikitika sana, tunawaomba hawa wakubwa wetu wasahihishe kwanza, waongoje kwanza, hata hizo sahihi wasiweke, kwa sababu sahihi nchi na matatizo mengi. Tuna ugonjwa kama huu wa corona, watu wako na shida, hatuna pesa, kesho tunapeleka watoto shule, leo wanatukimbiza tunaenda kufanya BBI. Tutakula BBI sisi? BBI hatuijui na hatutaweza kuipitisha, hata wakiileta sisi tutaitupa.
Na mtueleze, Rais Uhuru Kenyatta na Raila Odinga watakuwa kiwaongoza wa Kenya katika zoezi la kuweza kuzindua rasmi, kuweza kukusanya sahihi, yani signatures za kuweza kuanzisha mchakato wa kura ya maoni, yani referendum kuhusu BBI. Wewe kama mkazi wa Meru, pengine unaona kwamba zoezi hilo ulikuwa wakati umewadia kuweza kukusanya sahihi au la?
Mimi naona wakati bado wa kukusanya sahihi za BBI, na mimi siko tayari kupeana yangu. Manake Mheshimiwa Rais na kiongozi wa ODM Raila Odinga ni kama, yani BBI ni mzuri, lakini kwetu kwa sahi Kenya haifai, kwa sababu Kenya wana masaibu mengi. Wakati huu wa corona hawana pesa, shida ni mingi, economy hakuna, hii BBI kwangu naona itufaidi kama Wakenya. Sababu ni moja, haiangazii wanayuthi, na mimi nataka kwanza kama BBI, for example, sababu mimi sijaisoma na sijaiona, kama kutakuwa na naibu mawaziri, ni vyema naibu mawaziri wateuliwe kama vijana, kwa sababu imefika sasa wakati wa vijana kuambiwa uongozi wa kesho ni wenu. Vijana wakipitwa na BBI wasahau na uongozi wa kesho. Kama kutakuwa na prime minister we under 45 years, ateuliwa under 45 years, ili vijana wafunzwe uongozi. Iwapo nataka kuambia vijana hivi, iwapo BBI wapati nafasi ya uongozi wa kesho kwa vijana, yani youth ni leo. Kama iwapati nafasi kama for example kama naibu wa mawaziri wateuliwa under 35 years, wafunzwe kuongoza. Vijana wamesoma, wana youth wamesoma. Maandigiri ni mengi huku, kila wakati chuo kikuu kinakuanga na graduation, lakini serikali wafungi. Jambo lingine mimi naona kama wana youth wanapotoshwa ni kwamba mtu akianzisha biashara ama hawatatoshwa ushuru. Sikuwe faza for example niko na pikipiki. Nikienda kukunywa mafuta nitanunua na ile bei. Nikienda kwa supermarket kama ni unga nitanunua na ile bei. Kwa BBI mimi nataka kuomba wa Kenya viongozi ama vijana tuletewe BBI kabla ya sahihi, tuisome, tuielewe kama vijana waangazwe kwa BBI, tuikatae kama vijana.
Kwa majina naitwa David na mimi mkaaji wa hapa. Mimi nashukuru sana kwa rais kusema hiyo BBI imefungwa kwa muda, na tunamuomba sana hata ikiwezekana ifungwe kabisa, hakuna haja ya masaini tena.
Hapana, atakuwa akizindua lile zoezi la kuweza kukusanya signatures. Watakuwa wanafanya hivyo hii leo na kinara ODM Raila Odinga. Kwa hivyo wameweza kufungua lile zoezi na sasa watakuwa wakikusanya zile signatures kuweza sasa kuanza ule mchakato au process ya referendum. Pengine una maoni yapi? Kwa sababu kuna sasa zile signatures zinaonyesha kwamba referendum karibu inakuwa held hapa nchini Kenya. Pengine una maoni yapi kuhusu hilo? Wameweza pengine kuzingatia maoni yenu au la?
Sasa mimi naona hata hiyo kukusanya masaini wazo wakusanya tu, lakini naona hiyo ni kupoteza muda wetu wa Kenya sisi. Ni afadhali wasana ina maneno kabisa, basi hata washughulikia watu, sababu watu wako na mashinda mingi huku. Sasa watakusanya masaini na wamesema wamefunga kwa muda ya nini? Naona kwa rais wetu ashana ina maneno, achugusia wa Kenya wakae mzuri. Hakuna kitu kingine ninaweza kusema.
Shukran kabisa. Well, the views of just sample views from a section of Kenyans here. Of course, the residents of Meru Town here, they are actually businessmen here, small-scale businessmen here in Meru Town. But remember, the BBI is now a train that has already left the station, and the architects, the two principals, in launching the signature collection exercise at KICC later today, signals the clearest indication that maybe they will not be incorporating any other views from other quarters, and so maybe the reservations will be attended to or incorporated at a later stage. But remember, after the process of collecting the signatures, they will now be presented to the IEBC, the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, where they will be verifying if at all the signatures are legitimate or not, and then formulate a bill that will be presented to all the 47 county assemblies, after which they will be now requiring that a minimum of 24 county assemblies be in support of the bill that was presented by the IEBC, and then they will be subsequently presented to the bicameral House, that is the Senate and the National Assembly, for debating.
Alan Ochanda, my colleague from Meru County, thank you so much. Super, you're up to date with what Kenyans are saying concerning BBI. Another short commercial break. I'll be right back with more.